Hang on, let's optimize the thumbnail. Brighten it up, punch up the contrast, white balance on the silver, teeth. Now, saturate, saturate, saturate. The most important thing to recognize about color is that it doesn't actually exist. It's true. Electromagnetic energy exists all around you, and if we sort it by wavelength, your vision is sensitive to a small sliver of that spectrum. But the sliver isn't literally filled with the vibrant hues shown in diagrams, it's just the waves. And you don't sense all of them with one organ. The back of a typical human eye is peppered with 4 kinds of photoreceptors. One kind, the rods, is for seeing in low light and doesn't matter right now. But the other 3, the cones, specialize in being sensitive to long, medium, and short wavelengths of light. The sorts of wavelengths that tend to bounce off stuff that is all over Earth. How convenient! There is a lot of overlap between these 3 sensitivities. In fact, it's impossible to perceive the pure signal from just one type of cones. All visual information that gets to the brain is a combination of at least 2. These combinations feel like different hues, spanning every frequency of the visible spectrum. That's a pretty dicey method for telling things apart if you think about it. I mean, when you see orange light, you might be looking at a single source emitting waves of that frequency, or you might be looking at multiple sources emitting multiple frequencies that combine to stimulate your cones in the exact same way. The eye can't tell the difference. You can even perceive a combination of opposite ends of the spectrum as a hue. Purple and magenta don't exist at any individual frequency, but are a mix of the longest and shortest visible waves. It's all a 3-dimensional blob of perception possibilities. Or if you want to be fancy about it and use math, a spectrum locus plotted inside the cone excitation space. Or, if you average out the dimension of brightness, a melty triangle of all observable hues. Every color is an imbalance between the 3 cone outputs. The more balance there is, the less saturated a color seems, until proportionally equal outputs just look like no color at all. Remember, this whole chromaticity diagram is just what happens in your head. For people with atypical color perception or other animals, the diagram might be shaped differently and filled with different values, but it's just as valid an interpretation of the achromatic energy hell that is the real world. And let's not discriminate against machines either. Display devices and print mediums all have their own, usually more limited color gamuts. You're watching this as a Rec. 709 image displayed in the modest sRGB color space. But that's okay. A limited palette works fine as long as the color relationships remain the same. That's why things don't seem too weird in different lighting environments, and also why it's okay to simplify the chromaticity diagram into a circle. The hue circle, with all its pleasing color geometry, works because it's an abstraction of human vision itself. And you know who figured that out? This guy. This mother. While establishing the foundational laws of classical mechanics, as a side project, pretty much figured all this out. He understood that color is a byproduct of physical and psychological phenomena before there was indoor plumbing or electricity, before people knew atoms existed. He drew the hue circle before the invention of photography. What the f***? What are we doing with our lives? Oh, you didn't like that someone you liked a tweet by someone you didn't like? Dude used to grind his own lenses. A century and a half later, James Clerk Maxwell figured out the electromagnetic spectrum and described the 3-color separation principle, which became the basis of pretty much all color imaging technology. And a century and a half after that, we still use Newton's hue circle as a standard visual aid for additive color relationships. It's handy for figuring out effective color palettes in digital art and for performing intricate color grading on moving images. Here, the goal is to push the relatively limited color space to somehow convey the depths of human visual experience and imagination. To do this right, we need to inform our perceptions with reliable measuring instruments, mainly a vectorscope and waveform monitor. These used to be expensive, dedicated pieces of hardware, but now they're just a click away in all your favorite video editing applications. The vectorscope plots where the colors of your image fall in terms of hue and saturation on the hue circle. Neutral tones not sitting in the middle? Pull them over. Neon lights oversaturated? Rein them into the nearest primary color box. Skin tone looking a little weird? Get it somewhere on the standard skin tone vector. Vector. Vector scope. Oh, I get it. But the waveform is arguably more important. It plots the luminance of your image over the total dynamic range of the color space you're working in. It's a way to ensure your shadows are dark enough, your highlights bright enough, and your midtones are just right. Imagine the picture printed in black and white on a plastic transparency, then distorted in such a way that the brighter an area is, the higher its relief. Looking at that edge on from the bottom is what the trace of a waveform shows. And for even more detail, you can look at a parade of each of the 3 color channels' luminance. Why so much scrutiny on the waveform? Well, remember the unimportant rods in your retina? There are about 94 million more of them than the color-sensing cones. You're designed to prioritize contrast way over color. It's what makes chroma subsampling possible, and why color blindness is not really a big deal. Many people with color deficiency in their vision don't even realize they have it until later in life. And in this fascinating art experiment, painter Marco Bucci demonstrates how almost completely random colors can look sensible in paintings with well-defined black and white tones. So, to summarize what we've learned,
colors don't exist outside of your brain. The brain doesn't care about colors that much.
So if you're trying to make your videos look good with some basic primary color correction, don't overdo it. Just establish a good tone profile, consistent from shot to shot, and only tweak the actual color hues subtly to taste. It's all about the waveform, man. Gotta nail those midtones. Make sure the blacks are nice and rich, and the whites are kept in check, not blowing out over the legal limit, and everything will be fine. Everything will be just